But that's the decimate over. You see what I mean? Like, I'm watching that intensively, and all of a sudden I'm like, holy shit, the decimate's done. And I'm quite sure we needed to kill him at this point. I think it would have been too risky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, killed it.
Yeah, and about his fear, once he's in position, you pretty much only need to fear what the tank that is not tanking. Because the guy that is tanking, he will lose aggro, and then while he's getting feared, all his stacks will drop, and then he will take it back over instantly.
I do wish I could have started one piece so I could get my 2-piece. But, yeah, what can you do? I didn't even know if I could join the raid. So.
I only have 2 pieces now. So.
Yeah, I just want the, when I give my innovate to someone else, I keep 50% for myself. So
I'm still
But you got the off-piece chest here, right?
Off-piece? How do you mean?
No, Thompson.
Oh.
One of the random. You got some plate armor from Italians?
Did you get the rib cage? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty nasty.
Isn't that what you really want?
Say again?
I mean, it was Kiss you SR, but isn't that the kind of items you are going for?
Rib cage isn't really for tanking, is it? Like.
No, it's more for DPS.
Okay.
Well, basically it's full tier 3, right? And maybe depending on how you're gonna play it, like you could use 3-piece. What is it?
I'm not even using any tier 3. I'm still in the tier 2.5.
Yeah, I'm just saying what would be like the best setup. Shit.
At the moment, I think 2.5 beats it because I'm Fury Prod. Yeah, but only because I'm Fury Prod.
Oh. I don't know. No one is actually playing the overpower spec. It's kind of weird to me.
So watch this. Are you ready for the scary moment?
I was actually thinking this is a fucking wipe,
and
he was running so close to the thing.
So is this a taunt? Let's have a look. I don't see a taunt on him.
Can you try and rewind it back a little bit? Because I have it at some point.
Where is he's targeting Corexy?
See, I'm trying to work out if this is one of these weird moments where you're somehow neck and neck. Let's have a look. So at that point,
target fits.
I think what happens is the other boss dies, so he doesn't toss Fitzherbert over to us, but he is still alive.
No.
I got tossed though.
No. The other boss is alive. It's a good theory, but the other boss is alive, and
is he?
It's just this is the way this way it works. The moment the swap happens, they target the ad that's being thrown over across, and the reason why I have 2 tanks here is because there's a window where sometimes it doesn't know who to attack, so it occasionally just smack the second threat person, which is why I put 2 and 2. But it just immediately wants to know where Fitz is, just immediately. And so we're just so fucking lucky. Like, I can't describe how close this was.
Yeah, he's here. That's scary.
Like watch the other magnetic pools and ask yourself, watch the behavior. And see, this is what's scary. You have it here, right? That other magnetic pool happened over there. If the same thing happened over here, it's a wipe. So when this happens, it's going to target Fitz. Or is it?
No, Fitz is on the other side this whole time.
No.
It's Corexy and Thompson.
Right now.
Oh, sorry, you're right. Sorry. So whoever's getting thrown across instantly, but Thompson. But look, you're still getting hit by it. Yeah, for these 1-2 seconds until Corexy's thrown across.
Here, Thompson has way more strength.
And I think, yeah. So that just happens so that you just happen to have overtook. Sorry, is that what has to happen to prevent this? That you should overtake the other. Okay. I see what's happening here. So this could happen each time if, see when Corexy gets pulled across, This is the first pull. Is this the first magnetic thing? This is the first magnetic pull. So watch this, right? Craxy leaves on 7.5k threat, right? I think. No, Craxy comes over. You leave here, Thompson.
Craxy
No, now
leaves.
Fitz comes over.
I'm getting
Craxy leaves,
confused.
Fitz comes over.
Craxy leaves at 5k, roughly, or at least...
And Fitz arrives at 6k.
Sorry, Craxy leaves at 7.5k, right? And
But
Thompson basically... Thompson.
Fitz
Are you
returns at
talking
20.
everything if it's like enrage everything or on pull? Because you have a fuck ton of threat like at
So-
the beginning.
But what I'm trying to say is as Craxy leaves at 7.5k, right? Fitz... But the boss just sits still, like waiting for Fitz to come. So I'm at a loss.
Yeah, that's just.
But
weird.
either way,
Yeah,
either way,
looks like buggy behavior.
so either way, look at it. Thompson's now ahead of what Fitz had, which is 7.5k. So even right now,
No, Fitz arrive at
Correct.
20k.
yeah. But I'm trying to say,
Craxy
look at the next magnetic pool. Thompson is ahead of the 7.5k threat that Craxy still has on this mob. So the moment this swaps, I'm trying to suggest it should immediately. It should. Oh, Thompson
get
actually taunted
threat.
as well. Yeah.
Oh, that was probably lucky because
Yeah,
Bibinka
but
was
if
overtaking
you-
him on threat.
If you rewind it a little bit, you can actually see why I'm taunting.
Yeah.
Bibinka was
Is-
on top of you.
It's not because of Babinga, but it's because Fitz was too close to the edge.
Oh yes, you're right. I remember you
Oh.
saying that actually. Yeah.
But that's why I'm taunting and dragging it back.
Well, it's good either way because you equalize your threat, right?
Exactly.
But I'm fine with
But
that.
it means you keep him when Crax is thrown over.
Exactly,
so you
that's
have
the
more
point.
threat.
I'm fine with that. It almost makes me now want to think,
I
yeah,
think
maybe.
the tanks should be taunting
Yes.
if the other one
Im-
has a big lead.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. It's about making sure that your threat is higher than what the previous tank who used to be over here is to stop it from going that way. So maybe that's what we do. We have 2 tanks on each side, which is what we do. And before magnetic pull, just make sure they are equalizing their threat roughly. And by doing that, that must mean they have to be ahead of what the previous tank was. Yeah.
No, because you inherit, like when you get thrown over here, you keep the threat you had on the other side.
Yes, but my point is, well, let's just have a look, right?
No, so what happens here is that both Thompson and Craxy have more threat than.
So hold
No,
the phone.
Thompson and Fitz have more threat than Craxy and Worcester have.
But play it through. Fitz leaves on 41k, 42.84k, right? So all that matters is that these two both get above that, and Thompson is on that. But what I'm trying to say is, if Thompson gets thrown, if this tank here, the second tank, also gets above 42k, then he can level the playing field. So in 6 seconds, this is about to go, and they're both over the 43k threat that Fitz had. That's what I'm trying to say to you. But I'm still confused though, because this is the moment when it does go
doesn't
wrong.
matter.
Because Craxy should have immediate threat. But yet,
No,
why
you
is
see
Fitz,
it.
why is Fitz's threat on this gone up? On
'Cause
when
I'm
he was on the
thinking
other
Because
about
side.
he
over.
is building threat on the other side, and he uses the threat he had on the previous side.
Oh, because you
Changes
inherit it from the other side, right? So in actual fact, there's nothing we can do here other than keep the boss just over here as much as possible without going too close to the ledge. You know what I mean? That's so in future tanks, this is what we have to do. Yeah, just keep it near that edge, just not close enough that you're going to get knocked down.
But
Or
these
be
these
ready
two
to
guys,
taunt him if he starts
they-
running.
they
from the way.
share threat, right?
No,
That's what
no.
actually happens, right?
no. It's purely the top tank person when he gets thrown. It inherits the threat only at that point, just for the top position. Yeah.
How do you mean with inherit? Because at the start, Corexi or Fitz has like a 20k lead on Thompson.
And so when he has that 20k threat on the other side and gets thrown to the other
It's
the other
a
side,
threat wipe
he-
on
he-
your old side, and then you get the threat you had on your new side.
you continue your threat that you had before you get
yeah,
thrown over
yeah,
onto the other side. Yeah.
So you basically keep the threat you pulled to the other side.
Exactly. So
I
so if
didn't
you,
build, there's no way I built
And then-
20k on that side.
you did,
I mean, you must have, man. You must have.
you did. Here.
Here you're 20k.
20k threat.
I guarantee you on that side, I did not build 20k threat. There's no way.
But you can
No, but
see my
you
threat.
had like
Like-
7 or 8k threat from the
Mm.
pool.
But you can see my threat going down as well because I had more than 5.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
swapped.
if you rewind it a little bit, you can see I have more than 5.
The threat does go with the tank, essentially.
You're 4.7, 4.7, 4.9, 5.3.
The same.
Still 5.3.
Yeah, that's the
6.
same.
So I don't know if it's somehow maybe they add on both sides. Maybe the top 2
They
threats
might
are
add
added.
some
I'm
threat
guessing
when they
it's
throw you as
they
well.
add.
Yeah. Either way, look, the only thing we can control against this then is having the mob near the edge, not too
Yeah.
close, obviously, to give us more running room, because that's exactly what happened. Like, exactly. And I'll be honest with you, it was about a
Instantly
whisker, whisker
when
away
you get
from wipe.
teleported over, or he basically turns around, right? So
Yeah.
basically when you cross the edge, he runs over.
So just take a look at this. This
And
is where he runs from.
I actually think that you shouldn't feral charge him there. You should just stay where you are. Just let him run to you.
Oh, when you're the one who's thrown over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let him run to you.
Yeah. So look, anyway, but look where he is now. This is the distance Fitz and is Woster here? No, just Fitz. Or Zune if he's tanking. This is the max towards the ramp this boss should ever be, simply because the running distance before you
If
land
he
and he
ran
got
just half
honestly, yeah.
a feet, we would all be dead, probably. From the fucking lightnings.
So that's basically what I'm trying to say here is that this is way too safe for the knockback. You know, taking you over the edge, you can definitely be at least 5 yards, 5-10 yards further, and that applies to both sides. My heart was in my mouth. I'll be honest when it happened. I panicked. I panicked because I was sitting there going, "Fuck, the other side's dead. Kill it, kill it, kill it." I said, because the other side didn't know what was happening, so they were just killing it. God damn. Anyway, we tried to bot. I guess Lemaitre never got the bot. And
But why does it always go for Lemaitre? It's the same every time.
Because he hots people up, probably.
Oh,
maybe. But the point is look. Although you did quite a good job, Tom, for snap threat.
yeah.
But
he did better.
The other priests were still close to you as well,
Yeah, it just happens. I was.
So
the only things I can do to build up some threat is blood rage, and then I can do battle shout. But I need everyone to stack while I do the battle shout, and it only hits 5 people in my party.
Just to be clear, Tom, so you could be doing this before it activates, yeah? Is that what you're talking about?
I am definitely trying to do that.
Yeah, before, because that's where these priests are generating threat from. There's a window.
I know.
Yeah.
It must be from
I wish we had an ability that would take an attack from
intervene.
Target.
But yeah, well, you're right. Actually, it probably would be enough time for the wipe for this threat to wipe.
I have a great idea.
Well,
that's not bad. That's not a bad idea.
Could there be an idea that before he activates, that our priest?
I think we should all fade right before he activates.
The fade would help.
It's not enough to save Lemaitre here because it's like 800 right?
No. What Thompson should do is not tank.
No, it's not.
He shouldn't tank one of the first things.
It's a flat amount of threat.
He should jump down at the start of the fight, stand in front of him, and keep emoting chicken to piss him off. He'll have so much threat.
So, but look, this was a clutch play, in the sense that I was yelling at him to cancel this, and we got whoever combat res. I don't know who did it. I can't remember who said it.
It was me.
Blueberry, I think.
Because this is so. Well, to be fair, the cast time. But look, he even got it up before the cast time is actually happening. I was so happy that happened.
And I think the tranquilities were really good here too. Aside from, I think the first one, which you said wasn't hitting the other side.
Yes, you need to stand. Everyone needs to stand perfectly at max melee range to hit both sides. Who is this person? Is this Xlander? I can recognize this X. Is that who is it?
Terminus
Is it Kerminus who gets
German.
the? He gets the wrong. No, is that no? It's
I think
Xlander. It's like
Terminus is
no. That's Xlander.
standing there. The next
That's
Xlander is
Xlander.
running.
I recognize Xlander's shield. I've learned to recognize at a glance Xlander's model. Yeah, and well, to be fair, he did a good job to get that far away because I think he didn't hit too many people. There was one oopsie moment that happened later though.
Yeah.
Oh, he did smack Terminus.
Well, Kerminus just
Terminus
was
in
standing
the
there.
wrong position.
He just didn't know what was
should've-
going on.
Yeah, he should have moved.
He'll get it next time. I'm quite confident.
But as you can see, Wusuta is going too aggressive.
Yeah, what I
shit. Wow,
would've liked-
wow. Wait, hold on. Sorry, hold on. He's tanking from the start. Fuck me.
Yeah, no, he's been. Yeah,
Yeah, he
can
just
double
started
tank. What I
pumping.
would have
He's
liked
just
was for him
pressing-
to give up aggro to Tomsa.
Probably.
That way he can use his tranquility as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I told him he needs to stop it because it's the second week in a row he does it.
But I mean, if like the initial to save us poor healers, I think it's fine to have
Yeah, but
many
he didn't save
tanks
anything.
chasing. But after that, he needs to chill. Like as soon as the boss is on the tank, we should just let it
You can
pass you
rewind
and
it. And
turn
you can
into a
see.
cat.
If you
Yeah, he
rewind, you can
wasn't
see
doing
I
it.
have it. I have it. There was no reason for him to take it.
Absolutely.
I don't think he's like checking the threat.
Well, I think it's
See,
more the
Otherwise,
fact.
I
have
don't understand.
And then he
Well,
gets it.
Well, only to be fair, only for a split second. But the point is I think in his head, I think he's thinking it's interchangeable, and it doesn't matter who has it as long as one of you two has it. That's what I'm thinking. He thinks.
Yeah,
I'll
but
talk to him about it. It's my job. Don't worry about it. Thank you. Have a good.
Yeah, it's fine. You do
Yeah.
that.
But the thing is, when I tank this one, I go in full mitigation gear, and
Yeah.
if I'm not tanking, I'm useless in that fight.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But if you look at the health bars, I think the tranquilities are really good tonight. We're getting.
I think
better
so.
with them.
Yeah, that was one of the parts of the raid I was happy with. People actually trying to get those things used.
Six did 12k with his tranquility. Crexy did 9.7. Azun did 13.6. I did 35k.
Who's doing it? Let's have a look. Who's doing? Is this the first one? Yeah. Watch whether
I
who's
think
doing
the
this?
first one was Fitz or Corexy.
Where's Fitz standing?
Yeah, Fitz was
So
first. Corexy was the last one.
Watch when I pop
was
this.
second.
So watch that. Yeah, you see this? That's how far
How
away
far
we
away?
are from each other. We don't need to be. I mean, to be fair, I'm too far away, and that's when I actually remember. I think I moved in after this when I realized we're not getting it. The hunters are never going to get it. Obviously, that's fine. But you'll see me tucking a bit more. We need to be a lot more on the melee, like really on Thompson. This for to help get abilities like that. You know, get their value.
Yeah, we need to do. We when we have this many druids, we need to do it every shift. You know, so I'm next. I think. Yeah, I just dropped for him.
I think it was a good. Rotation.
I'm quite sure that you guys aren't getting this one either.
Thaddeus, only fight where hit is top DPS.
Well,
Yeah.
mine was right after a lot of people popped another potion, but it doesn't matter. Any help to the healers is a big deal. In this fight.
anything, absolutely.
And then we
Yeah.
get another one.
It's
That
just
was
because
Yeah.
Kibby gets less multipliers.
Or does he? He shouldn't do. He shouldn't. He should still be in range.
It still helps a lot.
There's no way Kibby gets all the multipliers from all melee.
Yeah.
You need to stack properly, I think. You know.
And then I think Corexy's going to do the last one. Because that was blueberries that just went off.
Well, I have to just assume. I'm looking at the help bars. I have to assume it's helping. Like it just, yeah. It's a very very comfortable Thaddeus, really.
Is this Corexis? Or?
I wanted to see during dying there. How did that happen? How does he get? Is he really? he must be running the wrong way. As in, he must be
Must have the wrong
switching.
mark.
He must be switching when he shouldn't be. What am I? Am I positive? What's he? He's negative.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in
He's just
the
literally
wrong
running to the wrong. Yeah, okay,
position.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Another brain fart.
Why is it always
This
the
is
wrong
not a
way?
fight where you stare at your DPS meter or your rotation. This is a fight where you just press whatever and stare at whatever your debuff is, to be honest.
Look at all these physical damage dealers, though.
But I was impressed with it. It was comfortable. It was. The
Where is the ignite, though? Where is the ignite?
I don't know.
Well, Gohan just wanted to go see Goku at Snake Web. That's all. Because
Goku?
Xlander already died, so Gohan wanted to go meet up with him.
But,
Can you show the Mexna kill?
But hey, Yip still gets the medal for most deaths.
Yeah. How many was it?
Once again?
I need to start tanking more and start feral charging in.
So we have Yip at 7 deaths, Urine at 6, Main at 6. I don't know if it counts or wipes here.
So I want to point something out here, Healy. The reason why I'm begging Thompson and everyone else to range pool is to give you the Warlocks have worse range. More of a position where you don't have to move nearly as much. Yeah. And Thompson, can I ask, is this the furthest away you could be to shoot this out of interest?
Yeah.
Cool. So if you watch this, all this distance, Healy, that it's great. If you can get him, and he's got him just a little bit. No, we'll call on that slab. That slab is good enough. You should. Her hitbox is massive. You should easily be able to stand where my cursor is, and never have to move to reach any web space. That's my point to you. With the way he's positioned that boss. Yeah. So that's why I keep begging you, Thompson, and everyone else to do that. It makes the cocoons very comfortable. And I was a bit nervous about them, to be honest, because we had less people breaking that.
Yeah, that necrotic poison almost fucked everything up.
Yeah. And so this is where it fits. If you're here,
That
you're
is
listening.
actually more important because
Yeah,
the hosts are not doing anything.
So watch this, right? If the ads are dealt that quickly, Fitz, yeah, because of AoE taunts, right? Look, you're available. There's 4 seconds left, yeah? I want you and Woster and Corexy, every single druid, to be out of form now and tossing an abolished poison. It doesn't matter.
Well, I disagree
it
with
is.
that, Jeremy, and please let me explain why. So the reason I disagree with that, at that point, it should be one person that's very familiar with it, such as Nyan doing it, that understands like you have to recast it immediately before web spray because that's an 8-second duration. Okay. The reason you want the paladins, if me and Blueberry both get tied up, the reason you want the paladins to do it is because it's not resetting a abolished poison. You cannot have multiple abolished poisons on you. However, a paladin can.
No.
Wait,
Stop. Can? No, I think the abolished poisons are absolutely resetting it. And paladins don't have abolished disease. They have a one. Paladins. I'm confused. I'm confused why you're putting paladins to this. Paladins are not useful for this website duty. They have a one.
Paladins do poison. They do magic.
Yes, but they do one. They do one application, instant application of the removal of those ailments.
And that's it. So if you have every druid doing it, and you have like a bad lineup with the necrotic poison and the web spray, is you want a dedicated. That's why we have a dedicated person doing it.
Right, mate, with all due respect, I think you've got some logical flaw in what you're saying. The paladins, first of all, let's just address the paladin thing. The paladins have no relevance into this duty at all. None in the web spray. They achieve nothing. Okay? They can't. The only thing they could do is if the necrotic poison happened to be cast right now, just before the web spray went out, that's the only relevance they could have to cast an abolish whatever the thing is called.
An issue. The only time it's an issue, the only time I have to call it out is when I'm thrown on the wall. Okay.
Yes, but sorry, you're mixing up issues here, right? Or things that are just irrelevant.
It
Paladins,
doesn't actually hurt to have
in web spray. Just talk about the paladins a second. I'll move on to the druids in a second. 9. The paladins, no matter what you do, have no contribution to getting rid of the necrotic poison for the web spray. They can't. The only thing they can do potentially is move on.
Cocoon's the issue.
No, but okay. I want you to just understand, because you still seem to think perhaps that paladins have relevance in this duty. They do not. Nothing. Can we just focus on that? Do you understand why I say that?
So the thing why you want a druid is because it is a dot that basically cleans poisons over time. The paladins don't do that.
What you don't want is someone overriding a perfectly timed abolish poison.
You absolutely no.
It doesn't matter.
You absolutely do. It does.
If
there's no harm.
For 1 second, it doesn't matter.
So let me just slightly exemplify here. Azun, say you were the one who did what you regarded as a perfectly timed abolish poison at 0.5 seconds before the web spray. Let's just assume for a second you interpret that as 0.5 seconds.
It should be 0.1.
Whatever, but let's just for my sake of my example to help explain something. If you do it at 0.5, and that's considered like the best or near enough the best, and one of the feral druids, I'm saying, to just do it anyway, overwrites yours 0.1, 0.2 seconds later, that's a good thing.
That means the
thing's
going to have the poison for 0.9 seconds. Or 0.1.9 seconds.
No.
Sorry, 1.9 seconds.
I'm saying the latest application of the poison, of the abolished poison, the better. Yeah? Sorry, 1 second, my part's here. Sorry, love. Try and get something out of the oven. I'm trying to say there is no harm in having all the feral druids do it, because it absolutely guarantees you that one feral druid is available, one druid is available to do the abolish poison, and it doesn't matter if 2 of the druids who are a bit inept at it throw it in way too early at like 1.5 seconds for web spray. It's better than nothing if there happens to be that the other people who are going to do it at 0.5 seconds are webbed. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to be too much of a perfectionist on like the uptime on the necrotic poison.
Let me ask you a question here to try to clarify it. So a priest abolished disease presumably works the same as your abolished poison.
Yes.
And that cleanses when you cast a spell, and then again as basically a halt. And if druid is the same, then who cares? You cleanse when you cast it, and then it's every 2 seconds after the final cleanse.
I think it's every 2 actually.
Every 2 for 8 seconds.
Yeah. Druid is every 2 for 8. Priest is every 3 for 15 or 20. Or
I'm just being too anal about it. Forget I made an argument. Sorry.
I mean, I get it. I get what you're like aiming for, but it doesn't matter if it's like 1 second off. It doesn't really matter, man.
Yeah, I don't want to be on the guy for more than 0.1 second, to be honest. Then
so if we have more people just doing it, and we're
the chances are actually higher.
Sure,
exactly.
It's going to be removed.
The most important duty is to have it on no matter who it comes from. That's the first. That's the most important. That's the most important thing. It's on there, full stop. The second level of detail is optimizing how long it's on there, and so it covers the most duration of the web spray. Cool, right? And so that's where we're getting stuck on. And I'm saying to you, if you were the guy who was really sick at it and did it at 0.1 seconds, and I was some feral druid who doesn't heal, and I'm not very good at doing it, but I just throw one in there at 1 second before the shield, the web spray. I have not done like what I've done.
The important thing
doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. The only thing that we forego by doing that is a bit of DPS on the feral druids, and quite frankly, we don't need the DPS. In fact, we've got too much DPS, if that makes sense. Yeah.
But the thing is that you don't.
Or you don't need to find something to me is over. I agree. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you for 3 hours and get your blood pressure going. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, Azun, the thing is, it doesn't matter if it's cleansed a second or 2 later. The important part is that it's on the tank. The dot is on the tank when the web spray happens, because you can get the poison then again, and then there's nobody that can react, no matter how well timed. And that's why you want the dot.
Do it last second when web spray is coming out.
Yeah.
But if you're not looking at both timers, it means that the tank could sit there with necrotic poison when Naxxra goes into an enraged phase if we screw that up. And now the tank essentially has necrotic poison for 1.9 seconds, which is why I try to be so perfect with my timing. You know
Right.
what I mean?
And just to conclude, I couldn't give a shit if there are 3 less perfect people trying to do it earlier than you, because that's still value. That's it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so we
It's just
all
fail safe,
agree.
man.
I keep doing the same thing. Me and Nayan keep doing the same thing, and then if
I
something happens,
expect
we don't give a
I
fuck.
expect as soon as the spray is done and everyone can act again,
It didn't really help.
people
when
start
were yapping
getting rid of
about
that
and
poison
talking
immediately.
about the useless shit.
I agree with that much. The comms got cluttered here.
Because
I can't remember.
the useless shit doesn't really help. Like, oh, I'm doing this, I died to this, blah blah blah. If the tank's not getting healed, we're done. It's over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The key calls there is when important healers and cleansers are getting web spray, and someone needs to take over.
And to be honest, if we have ret paladins, and we do have ret paladins, they should be pressing their rotation while at the same time pressing the cursor the entire time. It's not like they have to move around or do anything. So they should be mouse clicking their decursive all the time, and also pressing whatever the rotation is with their keybinds. To be honest, to be fair.
This is very close, by the way, and you can actually see it. Not just
we're
that.
insanely close.
Like it. Look, this is why the DPS call. I don't like having this close with the DPS. I remember saying slow down, and I know the ads are coming in. And that's what took us down.
Yeah, that's the thing. You need to have it a bit higher because the AoE takes it down.
I know.
And we were really lucky. We were really lucky that it didn't, because it went to 30%.
Do you know do you know my favorite person right now? Because I do wonder. I hear what you're saying. Look at this little guy, Elf.
I can't see at the moment because I'm talking, so I can't see what you're showing.
They feign death the web spray, and he is just shooting into it the entire time. And I swear to God, if he thinks, oh, I'm just auto attacking, when the boss is on this, like if this boss goes in rage, Tom Sir is definitely dead.
Game over.
This is, God damn it.
Yeah, well,
people
discipline. We don't have the discipline.
No.
It stood on an absolute knife edge. That absolute knife edge.
Well, some of us don't have the discipline, at least.
Yeah, okay, fine, but that's enough to wipe the raid.
Yeah, it doesn't really take that much.
Aye.
Well, we saw it there, right? With the
and let's just be
being done.
Let's just be clear here, because we now have a lot more firepower. Look at this, right? Look at this, right? When this web spray comes out, and I say pop everything, right? This web spray, we have 30 seconds left, and let's see how quickly this gets eviscerated. Yeah, we could comfortably stop the boss on 40%.
Or 37 or something,
and we'd be fine.
Yeah,
because let's be frank. Thompson doesn't need to pop shield ball here. He's only popping that for the web spray for the enraged phase.
By the way, can I gift Thompson some elixir of poison resistance?
Well, why not? Yeah, I don't know what he's going to do with them in Egypt, but yeah, in future. So look,
maybe they have poison. I think they have poison in Egypt. Scorpions and snakes.
That's fair enough. It was a bad joke in that respect. So look, the 21 seconds. 21 seconds, yeah. We had 9 seconds left of the web spray. We could easily afford to be, especially because it'd be execution phase, we could easily afford it to be high 30s, 40%, at that web spray, like easily. So anyway, what else have we got? This upsets me watching this pool. I agree with that.
By the way, what I wanted to say for the amount of deaths, I died, I think, 3 times on the patchwork trash. There's a very, very simple explanation for it. It makes no good to res people, especially in that AoE classes, if you don't give them salvation. They're just going to die the next pack.
Where? Sorry, I missed where you're talking about.
The trash in front of patchwork, where I died 3 times.
Well, Orvar fucked that up. Saboteur fucked that up. Who else fucked that up?
That doesn't have to do anything with salvation.
Spending too much
No,
Well,
but
you were dying because you were being chained.
he's
because-
saying-
Azun, I'm saying something completely different.
No, sorry.
Saying I die every pack because I don't get salvation rebuff.
It is connected somewhat, which is to say the chaining is increasing the likelihood that people are getting damaged when they shouldn't be. Okay, and you were probably one of them. I'm not trying to say that excuses it completely. Having no salvation, no bueno. I will say this: if you do recognize that you don't have salvation, then you just need to play differently. But
I did.
that is
Well,
what
I
Yip
did
says.
type it out,
That is what Yip says, which is that there was only one paladin who was like really nailing the curse, the blessings today. So that needs to be a more unified effort. You know, we've got 6 paladins there, for Christ's sake, so we need to have that better. Okay, but anyway, reason why I'm playing this again is because Kibby just messaged in guild chat that he missed the first Enrage. Is this Enraged? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. On
He was enraged. Fuck.
On the
Only
dot,
now,
yeah.
only let's time it. Now it's enraged. So watch all these hits. So does enrage make it attack quicker?
Yeah. It's like a frenzy.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's not enraged. Thank you. There you go, Kibby.
Wow.
Good boy.
No,
So,
no parry haste.
well, it could have been. I thought it was a decent theory. So look, anyway, this I find upsetting to watch. I find it like I don't know how we do this better other than just everyone just fap, as you say. Because this is fine, skull and cross, but Thompson, you need to have this position deeper. Then I think. Does the boss do any Does the boss do any cleave?
No.
So in that case, Thompson, I think you just need to be. I don't think you need to instinctively turn it around. Like you do, because I think these two are harder to position, and I'm happy with where skull and cross are because they have to be pointing away from each other. This should be enough to cleave. So I think at that point you should just march us in. Why?
Because the thing where they wrap people up and stun them is an AoE, and the boss has a really big hitbox. By turning it around, it keeps them out of that range while keeping the box within that cleave range.
Huh? I'm trying to say he needs to walk this
You
boss
have,
here.
you have some time before they quit.
I'm trying to say he needs to walk this in here. It doesn't matter which way he's facing at that point. He can walk it here and then turn around. I'm trying to say no matter what way no matter what way you look at it, I don't think the boss is getting cleaved. That's my point. So at
Was
this
it
point,
Rainer and Fitz tanking the ads, or? Oh,
I gave Rainer. I gave Rainer cross Fitz skull, and I said Worcester guard. And that is that Worcester there? Where is the position of the body tank? Where does he actually position himself? We don't have a body tank. See, this is a misinterpretation. They get webbed. See, this is a fundamental misinterpretation of what bodyguard tank means. Stop fucking hitting things. Yeah, sit outside, avoid the mechanics so you're ready. That's something that I will never understand people's struggles for that. But I don't understand how we're ahead of this locust swarm with the start.
Can you just rewind a
It's a
little
long time from the cooldown until
for the
actually
webs?
uses it.
I just want to see the start of the webs, because it starts going wrong there, right? When they start webbing people.
Well, to be fair, when you say it goes wrong, they actually are taunted immediately, or at least kept in place. I think Euron's ripped, but
I mean, why are the bears not fucking shifting, man?
they probably don't lose their rage. But
if you're not in range,
I've tried shifting out of it
what does
before.
the-
So we're told that if there's 2 backup tanks, they could get picked up. So yeah, we can shift and everything, lose the rage. Yeah, but if we're told there's going to be bodyguard tanks,
Yeah.
I'm not going to actively shift right away in case I get turned around and smacked.
Yeah. So look, to be fair, yeah, you're right. It's not for you. The bodyguard tank should be here where this healer is ready to just put them in. To be fair, this doesn't silence you, I don't think, or does it? Does it silence you? No, you can taunt immediately. So to be fair, Nine, if the tanks are just sharp, and Rainer, I know Rainer is.
By the way, I tried last week.
If they're
well, that's
running away
different.
from you, they should not turn around and smack you. By the way. But if they're facing you, yeah.
So just to be clear, what Azun seems to suggest, by the way, you can't shift out of it. I'm not quite convinced that Azun, because I'm quite sure I've heard people say the opposite.
Not a silence.
The point is that if the tanks are sharp enough, and I back Fitz and Tiana definitely does, to just immediately taunt. Just wait for the web, boom, taunt, and then
I mean, there is one thing that would solve all this, and that's basically use of HAP.
Yeah, that's that. Obviously, we could do that as well. But I'm just trying to say that these ads, just to be clear, the only thing that's wrong with this is that we're not cleaving the boss with the ads. That's the only thing that's wrong. Because at this point, Thompson might as well just be at the place he wants to be. That's the only comment I have in here. The ads are actually kept quite well together. We just not get. I'm pretty sure we're not touching the boss. I could be wrong.
I can try and place it better if you want.
You have more time to do that than these two, because they're the ones dealing with the web.
Yeah, maybe assign a paladin to each and just give him a fucking freedom.
Mm-hmm. That works
Well,
too.
that does really help for the warriors and the melees. Doesn't really help if the tanks get freedom. If people can't DPS.
No, but if a mob runs loose, then it's helpful on the tanks.
Well, that's why you get a 30-second immunity.
Yeah.
If they're not dead in 30 seconds, something's wrong.
Yeah, you're right, Nania. That is the trade-off, which is why, as Thompson was pointing out, the Rangers weren't doing a great job at spreading out to minimize the amount of people getting hit by the pale at the start. So this is no good. We need people.
A good line, you mean?
Yeah, well, it's good for a Nubergan, not good for us. So this is like we're like
position when we
this
actually
is
get to
this is like this is like 10-pin bowling. You know, we're offering him a nice easy strike.
This is like a lurker defense in StarCraft, man. Back.
I mean, that could have been a bit more painful, but yeah, you're right. So that is a risk, Nania, but it's a worthwhile trade-off if you can just avoid the Locust Swarm reliably, and people just need to be about 100 to 120 degree angle, but we need bodyguard tanks who are ready.
Spread out finally.
You could just the casters, man. They just choose a side.
Aye.
Or the ranged.
But the thing that I find interesting about this, Fitz, is the fact that we used to be a lot quicker at killing these guards. And the reason why I say this is because the boss has got his ability that's a hidden timer that resurrects or spawns scarabs based on the corpses that are lying around the room. And
it's because half the DPS was on the boss instead of the ads.
No, I don't think they were. I don't.
I was. I see a warlock that is.
Why are you on that then? As a ranged, why are you on the boss? You're right, actually.
Because we're going to burn the boss, and it's supposed to cleave. The ads have less HP than the boss. The ads are supposed to die from the cleave, bro.
No. They're never going to cleave down that easily. No. I promise you, not a chance. I promise you,
So
if we focus that we're cleaving the boss, and I know people might interpret that as that's the focus target and cleave off the boss. But look, let me just tell you this, right? And I'll make it clearer next time. If you focus the boss and put these two ads next to it and had the melee do their kind of cleaving and maybe a couple of dots and warlocks, I promise you that boss would die before any of the ads die. I promise you. If everyone is doing what you're doing. What is wrong with that? Well, that is a good question, actually, because at least there would be no scarabs spawning. That's the reason why I wanted to shackle them previously.
Can you move ahead? Just to check the threat.
You get more webs that just.
But you would have to deal with webs consistently and threat drops. So I'd say it's a little bit risky to do that, to be fair. But I like your thinking in that respect. I think that's something in that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because what used to happen when we did this is that I can show you the videos. Was that we wouldn't get corpse scarabs until both ads were dead. You know what I mean? That would be roughly when one came out.
So you and the warlocks were actually DPSing the boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm top 3 right now on his meter.
Yeah. That's not bueno.
I just need to be more explicit with my
Is it
instruction.
no bueno, or is it like this is how we should do it? Where
No, you
just
should
kill
kill the ads.
and-
The ads do a stacking poison dot on their attack, by the way, I believe, which does make it progressively harder to heal the tanks. So it is a pressure build up. But that's fine. I just need to be more explicit with my instruction. Nania and I had a interesting moment on
Sure,
Gothic.
like multi-dot
where-
if you want,
where
but you should
I didn't make
use
myself clear.
your like main spells on the ads.
Oh,
Right.
I got everything because, especially with Insect Swarm, because it gives me 0.5 second reduced cast time on Starfire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm just going to say I'll make myself clearer because for example, in the Gothic fight, my call to Nania was, you get the Novid one, and I know what that means. And I think if I said that at the heat in the moment to him, I think he could probably do it. But in the moment, I could easily see why somebody thinks, especially because I've told him before the fight we're alternating Novas. I could easily why somebody would have assumed, oh, I guess he wants me to Nova now. So, and then the other one was, as I said, just for the first 3 rounds, stagger the trainee deaths. Like, I thought that was explicit, to be fair, but I could just increase the explicitness and make sure it happens.
Well,
So,
Can I watch the first
I'm just going to kill trainees on my
Gothic
own.
fight?
things.
That
I
should be
think you absolutely should. Azun, you want to watch the Gothic fights?
Yeah, so the first one
Bad
where
it
we
was.
liked is like I was like letting them hit me, letting myself get stunned, blah blah blah, and not killing them.
Yeah, his first set of Death Knights. See that? So I'm trying to say at this point, Nania, what we talked about, which is like. But this is the thing, Nania. I'm sitting there saying to you, let's not cast 2 fireballs off at this Death Knight because it dies so quickly. But I'm looking at this Death Knight now, and I'm sitting there going, but it's not dying quickly. Like, what's going on? Like, it kind of dies quickly, and then. Well, I suppose that one does. She dies quickly. So I'm trying to say let's get damage into this, but this is dying slowly.
Go back 5 seconds. Go back 5 seconds.
I'm sitting there wondering why.
Tiana's
Like, this is
244. I still have control over that trainee, and he takes it from me.
You
So
still
there's a
control
Death Knight. He's too far forward.
him. Too far forward. He's here. Not too far forward.
Yeah, but watch what he does. When the trainee comes out, I'm ready for it.
Oh, I don't mind
He
that.
steals it from me.
No, I don't. I don't mind that. As far as I'm concerned, no. He is assuming that you're trying to drag that over here. I think in that micro moment, I actually think no. I think he can't quite read your mind. Like, I'm telling you, I think he's within his rights to go for that, and I don't think you should feel so sour that he's stolen it from you. You know what I mean? Like, you don't. Yeah, that's I wouldn't be thinking. I wouldn't be thinking that.
Death Knight too because of it. No, you guys kill it, so that's fine.
But anyway,
So, this is me not killing a trainee right now, letting it smack on the back of me.
So this is yeah, fair enough. So you're deliberately not doing that. Fair enough. That's good to know. But yeah, so this is something, Nania, we've got to be careful of. And this leads to my death and the actual kill, which annoys me. But when we Nova, we do need to be like, I think we're obviously getting social aggro. We need to be further away than what I'm doing here right now because I still get a hit, which I thought was a bit unfair, but the game still did it.
You need
So
to look at where I am and be behind me.
It's not so much I want to be behind you because sometimes when shackles are there, I don't want. I want to shackle as soon as possible. Yeah, and I know you're talking about like maybe just behind you, but me taking this hit, Nania, it's nasty, and I got a 1-2 combo.
Well, at that point, I'm not gonna move myself closer or past the shackles, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Because of the swipe and everything.
But this is what I'm talking about here, which is I find this bizarre. Like, why is it so weak on that side? Like,
yeah, Tiana just stole another one from me. If you look right there.
You need to speak to him, buddy, because this language of stealing it from you is irritating to hear. That's busted language, which I thought was very anti-teamwork.
Well, if I have it, just let me have it. You know what I mean?
Then you need to work. Then you need to work better with him and communicate beforehand to say, "Don't worry, you can just wait for a couple of trainings to come out before you feel the need to intervene." But the language now saying you stole it just sounds very much like what you. It almost sounds like you're asking why he's even here.
Like. Well, I kind of understand what you're saying. Like, if you have the threat Why would the other tank need to taunt it?
Yes, absolutely. But in this moment, the one that he criticized and raining from the start was like a pretty small. Watch this. A pretty small margin of error. Watch this, right? He's getting annoyed. Where is this trainee? Or is it after this one breaks? He's getting annoyed that this trainee here was stolen. This when it's running in between them is not like, oh, I was gonna get it. No, sorry, buddy. That's fair game at that point.
Well, I always 3-tank this. I don't know. I don't know, man. I thought it was fucking easy.
Well, I think you find your damage and other things was probably better to eviscerate things, because I'm telling you, when we tanked it three times before, Azun couldn't shut up about being stunned. So
you can basically taunt it just before the stun, so it won't run away from you. So,
but look at this.
Yeah, it just feels bad when I cast a taunt for something and then it immediately gets taunted with me. Like,
So shake it off and do something else. You know what I mean? Don't sit there and. But that was Buster's problem. Why I didn't want him to tank as well, because he just grew so bitter towards people overlapping taunts, and he'd always have this tone of, "Now, why would you do that?" And I felt like saying, "And why would you speak to somebody like that? Fuck off." Yeah, that's what I immediately wanted to say to him.
oh, you just okay.
So anyway, look, the damage here, like, we got a taunt from Rossiter, I
Yeah,
think.
it's like to be honest, Tiana's too far forward. Like, I think he's just bored. I think he's just bored, to be honest.
I don't think he is. I know what you're getting at, but in this, I don't think so. I think he's trying to understand how to insert himself. Yeah.
Yeah, when it runs after a priest, that's when you insert yourself, and that's why I wanted him to take my position and let me bodyguard, because I know how he is.
Well, where were your comments last week when it seemed to?
Had a paladin, be
one
ready
second.
to fear it.
Well, 1 second.
runs into.
Where were your comments last week, Azun, when this worked apparently quite well?
Well, it's because I was letting them smack on me again because you were saying not to kill them immediately.
I mean,
So
you
I
say
was
it
literally
worked
just
quite well.
letting
We
them do
almost died on the undead side, man.
Yeah, I'm talking about the living side purely. Forget that for a second.
But you kind of fucked us. So
no. But we're talking no. But don't conflate it. We're not talking about that. We're talking about the relationship between this tank here and this tank on this left side. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, but you had like zero control.
So his job
on the kill we did. On the kill we did. Yeah, we absolutely had control.
Definitely not last week.
On the living side?
Yeah.
We did.
Did you have control?
Yeah. It was a lot better. It was
killed them so damn fast.
No, Trevor's talking about this week. You're talking about last week.
No, I'm talking about last week. I'm talking about the fact that last week's control was a lot better than the first week's control, and it was about a 7 out of 10. It got a little bit destabilized because people were dotting stuff last week, and they were still dotting stuff this week. But in terms of the tank,
only reason we didn't wipe was because I had a tranquility. That was the only reason we didn't wipe on the other side, the way you did it.
Well, the way we're doing it was pretty much the same. The instructions are the same. The only variability that happens is how vicious we are in terms of like killing stuff, and that's whether people play well or not, or how well we smash the trainees.
Seems more like a free for all to me.
What, right now? Is this what you see when you watch this?
Not this.
What are you talking about? The undead side? Were you on this side or are you on the undead side today?
I'm on the undead side.
Okay. When you say free fall, what are you talking about? Are you talking about?
I mean, when you get like five damn mobs at the same time, it seems like a free for all to me.
5 dabs mobs at the same time. Again, you're talking about living side when you say that.
Yeah, they get transferred like when they die, right? So.
Right. So you're trying to say that we were killing recklessly on the living side.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm trying to tell you, we're almost going for max control, just so you know, by having 4 shackles.
Yeah, I don't want these shackles on that pillar to the left because I want to be able to stand there and be able to press tab and maul or tab and ferocious bite. You know what I mean? So I instantly hit the thing.
Yeah, but it's quite difficult, I'll be frank, to have you taunt one and park one out to the left, although I originally thought about that idea, because at any given point, the Death Knight could be just dropping aggro from you and just charging somebody else.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. When you're saying don't break the Nova, is like, no, I have to break the Nova because I need to have aggro on it. You know what I mean?
Not
And I wasn't doing it.
not when we're killing the Death Knights. There's no need for you to have aggro on that. There's none.
Yeah, no, I was listening to you. I wasn't doing it, but I'm like, well, it's going to run after a healer.
No, it won't. It's in a Nova, and that's what your taunts for.
That's why you're right. They ran after healers, and just they do a charge and they one shot them.
That's why you're standing just in front of the Nova, and when it breaks, you taunt, or when the DPS start to smack into it. If you're hitting that,
Well, that's supposed to be Tiana's job.
What exactly?
He should be in the middle. The healer should be on top of him, and he should have consecrate down. He's being way too aggressive.
The healers are gonna get one tap because the charge is gonna happen instantly when they break.
And because I can't touch them while they're shackled, when the shackle breaks, they're going to charge.
No one's getting a threat on it. Just healers.
Yeah,
if you have free time and someone is shackled in a place you don't like them, then break the shackle and have the priest reshackle.
I think he meant Nova. He misspoke there.
So,
but like when we see people that we need to CC or shackle, then we are going to.
Go back 5 seconds. See, this is Tiana being too aggressive. This is his trainee that's about to come out. And he's not going to pick it up because he's being too aggressive.
You mean him standing here, all the way back here in the middle?
Yeah, and he's going to pick something else up. And the trainee's going to run away from me.
So why is that aggressive?
Can I ask, why are the tanks standing on their pillars?
Yeah. Look at training to the left.
This isn't aggressive, right? This is him being unsure because of the presence for these shackles, and he sees.
He doesn't trust the middle tank. He's not trusting Tamsa.
Well,
so he's picking up Tamsa's target instead of picking up his target.
It's basically only Tamsa standing where he's supposed to.
Yeah. So, and look, I'm looking at 3 shackles. I'm picking up what I can. I get stunned.
You're seeing a trainee go through, and you're saying this is what he needs to be focused on.
That's his target. That's what he should have been on.
Well,
just have the warlocks just freely fear those fucking trainees.
It's not a bad idea. They should be dotted at the same time though, because the dots should be there to kill them.
He's a better player than me. I'm not going to lie about it, but it's like he's just too aggressive sometimes.
But the tanks are in the wrong position. They're not where they're supposed to be. And if you're not like meeting the ones spawning, you're gonna get fucked.
Yeah, well, because they're shackled there, I have to be between the raid and everyone else and be ready to pick anything else up. To be fair, does that make sense?
Like if you don't like where something is shackled, then and you have free time on your hand, feel free to whack them out of the shackle and pull them where you want them to be.
That's the bodyguard tank's job, not yours, man.
Yeah, that's not my job.
Why was that shackled on the right there? That's confusing.
Okay, this is why he dies, because he's stunned and his ass. He's not dodging. He's not dodging at all.
Who?
And he's chasing that guy.
Who?
I'm looking at Wilson right now.
He gets killed. He gets killed by this volley here, which was not kicked.
Yeah, he took too much damage on running in, and I'm sitting here dealing with.
No, he's fine. Although he's absolutely fine. This is his death here, because first of all, he's just not getting healed, which tells me the priest maybe are staying a little bit too much left and maybe needs to be a little bit more central. You watch his life in this. So there's no healing throughout any of this. So he's not getting any care. Right? There's a bit of healing there, fine. Death Knight's out. There's no mage over there to Nova, so that's failed. That Nova's late. And so this is what I'm trying to say to the mages, and we get pushed back here, although I'm trying to say to Nania we can stand more aggressively, because I don't mind if we break all Novas again and do that, because then the priest can just reshackle. Yeah. But over on the right side, the middle side, they should be able to keep up without doubt. Thompson's still holding the line there. Foster is trying to go back to the line, although he's not just taking a slightly aggressive, more aggressive approach probably. But the mages, that's Sully and Lauren here, need to be up because when
Yeah,
this
I
Death
think
Knight,
the fair
when
answer-
this Death Knight spawns, watch what happens to this Death Knight here. So see, there's a volley that goes off. Almost takes out you, by the way. See that? You almost died to that volley going off here. If you
But I
die,
have
then
cooldowns, and I use them.
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That volley can't go off. Okay.
And that's because you were calling kill a Death Knight to the left, kill a Death Knight to the left, kill a Death Knight to the left.
What do you mean? That's why.
You were calling kill a Death Knight to the left at that time. And then you were like, kill the rider, kill the rider, kill the rider. But people were like too focused on killing the Death Knight to the left.
Where? Show me. Point out that situation. I want to know that.
It was over voice. I can't do it.
Yeah, I know. But point out where it is if you're watching my screen. This Death Knight here. I don't think I'm calling out. The only thing I'd be calling out is Novering. I'm not saying anything other than kill this Death Knight.
This is the wipe. This is
the rider.
Okay.
Okay. So all I'm trying to say is this guy here, does he get the volley off? He does. I think. Maybe he doesn't. Trying to work out who dies there. But he's doing this nasty ore. And I'll be frank, it just doesn't die that quickly for a 20k mob. But this is getting shackled, which is causing confusion.
Like, I got a farm over here. I got 3 shackles, 2 sheeps, and I can't use AoE for anything, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't mind Zatnania doing that. That's fine, because those things can then be shackled. But look, Solly, how does he die? Where's Solarina? Where is Solarina? Is this him? I don't recognize his model.
No, that healing.
So is this
Is
where
this
we
the white?
wiped?
No, hold on. Where is this mage who's dying? Oh, he just gets killed. Fuck, he
wait.
just gets one shot by the thing. This is what I'm talking about. This is absolutely criminal that we're just letting riders come out.
The volley. Or...
The volley, yeah.
And then 2 priests get 1 shot by Death Knights because they're not paying attention to their shackle timers. And then the sheeps break as well.
I just
and
think
these
that
get
the tanks are not making themselves any favors, not standing on the spawn position.
Well, I said with the way we chose to do it today on the left hand side, that's more pressure on the left hand side, but the right hand side and middle definitely. But yeah, this is crazy.
So I'm stunned. I can't do anything about that.
This is crazy, and there's only one on you, just to be clear. That's at that point. Is that Nania doing that? Yeah, Nania's doing that. I'm okay with that. He only hits. Yeah, if he misses a shackle, that's fine. But I think the shackle naturally breaks. Yeah, that's a bit awkward. But it's just this less like we need to have people novering up here. Like, so this is you, Lauren and Solly. You guys are backed off. We have to back off here for a little bit because there's so much action going on here. But
What's the casting time on the volley?
about 1.5 seconds.
Yeah, see,
like that.
we'll pause it right now. Look, Tiana's out of fucking place. I'm sorry to be rude. He's out of place.
Okay. Anyway,
if he's in front of me. He's out of place.
So, but this is my point. Watch this. The rider. Is this the last? When does this happen? It's the one after this. The later these frost, the later these frost nodes overs happened, yeah. The longer it takes to deal with it and control. And if we're not up forward, ready to nova these things, we're in trouble. So this is going all the way over here. It forces Wasser to engage. Yeah, it forces Wasser to engage, and it's causing distraction over there, right? And there's Solly before he was even dying was shooting at the wrong target. He's dying in a second here. So it's
Can you check if that actually broke just like from a heartbeat, that shackle?
Which this? No, that's just ticking down.
The one that just broke, like
That's just ticking down.
This one or
That's just ticking down.
That's a good consecrate by Tiana. Just let Tiana take left side because it's obvious that
if he takes the left side, it makes it harder to control the mobs for the shackles. So no.
Well, no, he has.
The other option is just to simply not allow him to use consecration past a certain point.
Yeah, that's fine because he has judgment. He has more stuff than I do as a paladin. Okay.
Well, when you have this many
the only thing
CCs
that I
and
have
shit,
is
should
fairy
you be
fire
using
and my
consecrate?
auto attack. Okay.
Mostly not, right?
I couldn't hear what you're saying as you were speaking.
I have ferocious bite. I have fairy fire, which isn't really good for aggro. He has, and then he can still drop back and just put like
this fight has like
consecration
almost
down
zero to do with like threat rate generation. It's just about taunting.
And yeah, his taunt has a smaller cooldown than mine does. His mine
and basically he can't use consecrate because there's so many CCs everywhere.
10 seconds as well. Yeah, consecration is not reliable for like grabbing moving mobs like healer threat will do.
Yeah, but the difference is even if he throws a consecrate, it doesn't break Frost Nova. It will break shackles, but it will not break Frost Nova.
It's still not a good thing to have over there. It's just not, and it could. When that Nova goes off on the left hand side on Death Knight, I don't want any interaction with it, none, because then therefore it guarantees that that's lasting 8 seconds.
I ate something else. I ate a dot.
Yeah.
But once you start frostmoving,
go back.
No.
Why is he there?
No.
Don't focus on what Tiana's doing all the time, man.
Well, yeah, I'm trying to focus. Well, I'm not really focusing on him. It just happens that he's fucking me up, to be honest.
So you killed the Death Knight on the right side all the time?
Yes, all the time. Azun, quiet for a second, please. The kill order is the right hand side. The logic is simple, and it's worked better in other attempts. Both Novas go out. By the time the first Nova is broken by all the spells, it's about half dead, tank taunts, and by the time we kill that, the Nova on the left hand side is still there. And then we turn our attention to that. Yeah? But this...
It really feels like there is too much chaos. And people don't actually know what to focus. The writer needs to die.
Well, I'll be frank. I don't think our warlocks are good for this. As in, I'm not saying warlocks are bad for this, but I'm trying to say I have a feeling there's a lot of things going on with the dotting and stuff, and the warlocks and
the thing with affliction is it's not instant damage.
Exactly. So the ramp up for the warlocks is not ideal for rider.
Times I saw a shadow bolt get thrown at like a shackle or a Nova Death Knight.
But like the first one, so this is the one I shackled before the first rider because you need to kill the rider before. Like, so I shackle him, but you need to kill that one.
Yes, I do intend. So I'm okay. Put it this way, I'm okay with a double Nova, right? As in, I'm okay, and I say this to Nania, I say, we're killing Skull, and I want you to Nova again. Now, if the shackle happens, fair enough. That means he doesn't have to Nova. Cool, no problem. But that's not to say that I don't want to kill that later, because otherwise it's one too many mobs to keep controlled. But as Nyan says, irrespective of that, I mean, it still just feels so slow. Like, I'm looking at this, look at the pace of this. It comes out. How much time do
you sure you don't want Tiana on the middle one, though?
I'm not against that. But look, we have 10 seconds. 10 seconds. And I'm looking at this mob on the Skull, and I'm just like, the damage is just not there. And as you say, the affliction is just like Buster has dropped the ball there where he should be taunting that better. But the thing breaks. And I don't know if this is just a resist. But it just he's getting stunned. He's getting stunned, that's why.
Yeah, I think I was stunned.
But like, but this, the rider's come out in 10 seconds. We've taken half its health off. Yeah, so we're immediately just on the back foot. You know what I mean? Because these little bits of aggressive damage is what allows you to then take a quick half second to finish off a trainee. Do you know what I mean? But that's the reason why we get driven back. I'll be frank. I think Tom said didn't quite pick up the horseman to keep him in place, but that's a bit besides the point.
You have the prio down, man.
Well,
you should basically swap instantly. You should just leave the damn Death Knight alive when the rider goes.
No, yeah, yes and no. If the Death Knight is like a third health, it should just be taken over. But like, there are other times where we absolutely are CCing the Death Knight and we go to the rider. Just to be clear, the rider is the priority. It's just that we should be able to kill this Death Knight in 10 seconds. This is the issue. As Nania is saying to me, and I absolutely agree, the damage was not good. This is poor. I'm not seeing any like this. This is really lame damage. Okay.
The problem is they're tossing tons of bolts on him that lasts for 20 seconds and he needs to die in 10 seconds. So it's just bad DPS.
Anyway, we kill that, and then these Death Knights are coming, and we're still meant to be killing this, by the way, but we end up not because we're just slow with the other ones. So at this point, I'm sitting there going, "Fuck it, I'll just double Nova this," and I think this is just. Although I get stunned here, I remember this now. But we do Nova this. You shackle that was nice sort of shackle. But this Shadowbolt here, why? Is it because I've sculled it? Fair enough, but like I'm looking at this going, did I skull this? I didn't mean to. Let me have a look here. Oh, did I really skull that? The right target is the kill target, always. And by the way, the Nova can't happen this far away. See this? See this? Unless, like, where did this Death Knight come out from? Let me just quickly look at this again. Here it comes. I can't see a mage there. I'm going to assume it's not. So this Death Knight is similarly just ran forward. So where is this Death Knight? It's here. This is where Nova comes off. It's too late. That needs to be over there and needs to be and we need to be winding up the bolts on it. Yeah.
I think that was the one that I got off, and yeah, I was stunned like immediately as soon as the mob spawned. So
I mean, I got it on the other side, so I can't say I sympathize. I do because, but what I'm trying to say is this can never get there, and if it does, like
the skull is Nova there. That's the one who was shackled earlier. The one who spawned
that was Death Knight 3. Just to be clear, that's what Wave is, and I would get annoyed with myself for putting a skull on it. But you can't tell me that this Warlock wasn't already lining that bolt up. Watch.
The Death Knights basically insta stun someone, right, when they spawn.
No, the Death Knights aren't doing it. It's the trainees. The Death Knights can do a little intercept thing, but it's the trainees who are doing these AoE stuns. Promise you. What I'm trying to say now is this one here.
Stun you?
The trainees do. You said the Death Knights
or the
stun as soon as they spawn. They intercept. They charge and intercept, but I think that's all they do in terms of a stun.
Because I remember getting stunned, man.
So I think you'll find it's the trainees. Anyway, look, this one here is the target, but even though I put skull up here, which I think that's a mistake. This is already gone, and so that is Samir just going for it. And I'm at a loss as to why when this one is clearly a hot target that breaks, and all of a sudden it's just asking questions. And guess what? We have a corruption on this. It's like, what are we doing?
Free for all. As I said.
But the tactics, trust me, are not free for all. I can assure you, like that. I know exactly what I want.
Well,
and
if no one follows it, then it is free for all.
Not with the tactical intentions, my point. But this has already been dotted. It's fucking crazy. And how we actually come back from this is beyond me. We're lucky that there's only... No, we have a rider coming. So what even happens? We do manage to kill that, thankfully. Skull is still there. This is still dotted.
It's like a skirmish, man.
And so this is now... We have to do this. And we have to kick these things. Also fucked. So I'll be frank. I wish I didn't have Warlocks on this side because it's just creating just a hassle. I prefer if Warlocks were actually SM Ruin or whatever. But the dots are great for the trainees, but it's proving very annoying. I know there. that's me kicking this. I don't know who else is on cooldown. And this is annoying me. I hate the fact that I know over this. I get hit. It really fucking pisses me off. I'm trying to nova that as fast as I can, and I'm away from the shackles, and then I die to this volley here as it goes out, and it pisses me off that this is allowed to cast. Why nova there? Don't know why. I don't know what I'm thinking to nova there. Oh, it wasn't me. Right, it's Nania who knows. Right, okay, that's more.
Spelled that first one, so I was on cooldown.
I did the first one. You did it, and so, but it just frustrates me. There's no other kick. That's what I point Tom. So it's got to be on you. But I'm going to stagger with the mages now. But I just find it frustrating. At least that nova went off
What kick?
on the
On
middle.
Death Knights?
On no, the rider.
I can't see any cast bar on them.
You can't.
Nope. There's no cast bar for me.
This Shadowbolt volley. Do you use superwire?
Nope.
I'm surprised it doesn't show a normal UI. It's an absolute
show
critical
UI.
kick. If it doesn't, people die.
It doesn't show. I have a Luna add-on with cast bar, and it doesn't show.
That is crazy.
So I did wonder what you wanted me to kick, because that one I cannot see.
I don't know what to say. I don't know how we fix that there.
Need to be counterspelled, maybe.
Say again. Does it need? What'd you say?
Maybe it can't be kicked. Maybe it needs to
If
be
you check
counterspelled.
when he spawns, how long until he actually starts to cast? Does it show
Immediately.
anything?
Immediately. Look.
The animation, like it's like
Oh,
the shadow thing on his hands.
Well, let's have a look.
Just if you can actually see a visual, it could help you. At least
Immediate cast.
immediate, yeah. So
It's hard.
basically
It's
immediate. Yeah, he has.
I mean, there's some glowiness on his hands, but
like shadow.
like he doesn't rear up. But I think you can see his cat. Yeah, he's got the shadowy, glowy animation, Thompson. But it's not immediately obvious. I'll be frank.
But it's immediate. So yeah, okay. So you just instant kick.
The priests have done themselves proud here in terms of to keep this alive. This is PvP as far as I'm concerned. This is just fucking improvised.
Yeah.
All right, Nanya says he doesn't have either. Wow.
I mean, if we're gonna do it like this, it's just pure luck. It feels like.
But well, this is why. This is why
everyone's gonna do their own thing.
This is why. And that's why I was happy Team Neat wasn't here to do this, because he was just deliberately. He said lobbing in some dots on Death Knights before because, and I quote, the undead side said they were bored last week. So. Yeah, people take upon themselves to do things.
Really, like doing yourself any favors doing shit like that, though.
Well, this is why when I immediately said when we one-shot this 2 weeks ago that I said I really want to do that fight again because we were getting lucky. It was chaotic, yeah, and I would love to take. I would love to take.
Chaotic by
I would like to. Yes, that's true, but I would like to take a damage dealer like we did when Gallius joined us, because it does shore us up. But I also point out that, as you said, you put too much on the living side. All of a sudden, you kill things too quickly. You have too much control. Oh, look, the other side gets fucked. So, it might just well feel like, unless everyone's shit hot, that one side is going to take more of a pounding, from week to week. And right now,
you lack DPS. You lacked focus.
Oh, without doubt, without doubt. But I will say this: the warlocks need to be casting shadow bolts into these Death Knights or something.
Yeah,
this dot ramp up is shit.
Really. Any warlock that is not SM Ruin on that fight is fucking trolling.
Pretty much.
Basically, if you don't have like fast casting shadow balls, yeah, that's your own damn fault, man.
So basically,
You're only allowed to cast shadow bolt in this fight, basically.
Yeah.
No dots fucking allowed.
searing pain on the trainees, if they're dying too fast, that's fine. But either your comment about your add-on doesn't allow you to dot CC targets, not entirely true, in the sense that the Death Knights at any given moment have their Nova broken or their shackle broken. Yeah. And so your add-on doesn't let you know that the ones on the left-hand side should not be interfered with. There'll be moments, there'll be windows where they are not CC'd, and therefore your add-on, I'm sure, will be like, oh, I guess this is a free target to dot. Yeah, that is what concerns me.